This is Adrainer Coleman, and you are watching EuropTV.
Nigga, just stay out the way and handle your business. Every day I'm busting plays, I gotta go get it. Every time I hit my plug, we only talk tickets. These niggas be talking, but these niggas don't live it. Nigga, just stay out the way and handle your business. Every day I'm busting plays, I gotta go get it. Every time I hit my plug, we only talk tickets. I gotta go get it. Nigga, I gotta go get it.
I put in work. I know you heard of me. My shit is yerk.
Adrainer Coleman.
Hi.
Welcome to EuropTV.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you for reaching out to me.
All right.
I've heard a few things from your sister. I just interviewed her, by the way.
Okay, yes.
Sharon. That was a dope interview. I'm actually probably going to drop it later today.
Okay.
So you'll be able to watch that.
All right.
Here at EuropTV, we interview local business owners, entrepreneurs, influential people in the community, and people that just don't have a voice and want to, you know what I'm saying, get people to hear what they have to say. I guess we'll start off first with where you from.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, that's where you currently reside now?
Yes, I currently reside in Brooklyn.
What brought you to Greenville?
So originally I was going to see one of my girlfriends in Greensville, and circumstances changed.
In South Carolina?
In South Carolina, yes. And then I ended up in North Carolina because I have two sisters, Sharon, Sarah, and my brother Timothy. They live out here in Greensville.
Okay.
So I talked to them. I said, okay, I'm gonna come by and see y'all, hang out with y'all. We haven't seen each other in a while. We always on Facebook and we always on YouTube together. But today I said, I would come out, be with them and see them. So we got together and everything is well. And she told me about you, and I said, let me reach out to you. So,
that's what's up. I appreciate her for doing that, man. That's dope. Like the word of mouth is like the best promotion.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And here at our platform, we hopefully like the products people have.
Yes.
We hopefully can get them out to our audience, and a lot of people have gotten business from EuropTV.
Okay.
Man, yeah, it's not like the most amount of subscribers, but the people that do subscribe, they're engaged.
Yes.
You know what I mean? What was your childhood like growing up?
Well, I was the only girl. I have 4 brothers, 3 older than me, and 1 younger than me. And always had my brothers watching over me, making sure I didn't get in no trouble and stuff like that. So it was I would say it was a little lonely, because when you're the only girl and you have 4 brothers, they don't want you to play with them. They don't want you to play with their cars.
Right.
You know, sometimes you turn out to be a tomboy. You want to run, jump, and play. You know, like them. But it was good. My mother took care of me to the fullest. She made sure I had the best. My bedroom set was like a princess bedroom set.
Yeah?
It was like a storybook. You know, you look in a book and you say, "Oh my God!" So she made sure I had the best. You know, she did her best and made sure I went back to school and got my education. So, it was ups and downs, but, the struggle was real, and she made sure she encouraged us to make sure that we do what we have to do.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Your pops wasn't around?
He and my mother got divorced when I was 4 years old. So for the most of my life, my mother basically raised me. So, I give all the credit and due to my mother, Katie Coleman, who's now been home to be with the Lord.
Okay.
But she did her best. She did her best to raise her 4 sons and her 1 daughter.
That's what's up. Tell me a little bit about the book you have in your hand.
So I'm holding the book me and my son did. His name is Adrainer Coleman. He's now incarcerated, but I know that with the work and the stuff that we've been doing, he's going to be home soon. So we've put together this book, Tears of a Distant Past.
Tears of a distant past.
Distant past, yes, her struggle. And it basically talks about how women have struggles and how you endure and how you persevere, how you don't give up. You just keep going. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, you're going to hit, you're going to miss. And, in spite of everything that goes on, you got to keep going. So this woman, she gets into a little situation in Brooklyn, and she leaves and relocates to Georgia, and she thought that leaving from New York, Brooklyn, New York, would be better for her, and come to find out, she ended up getting in trouble away in Georgia and learning that the struggle is real no matter where you go.
No matter where you are.
And, you just have to go with it and pray that, you have enough knowledge and understanding to know that we're going to fall. We got to get up and dust ourselves off, and we got to keep going. So that's what it's about. you know, and I pray that people will buy the book. I pray that people will purchase the book, tag and share, like it, you know, because all of us have struggles, women as well as men. We all have struggles, and we want to make sure that we get the word out that we're not in it by ourselves.
What was your son incarcerated for?
My son was incarcerated for attempt robbery.
Okay.
None of those, should I say, those charges was ever like proven. Everything was like attempt. But because when you don't know the law and you don't know how to maneuver around it, you kind of get caught up in the shuffle. So as he begun his time, he met a nice gentleman that should have been a lawyer, and he found out all the information inside. So he kind of helped him to kind of defend his case or look at his case, and so far he had a lot of time taken off, and now we're in the process of an appeal, so that those charges that was put on him, that it will eventually be taken off, and he'll be able to come home.
Wow. So you say he's been incarcerated for 16 years?
He's been incarcerated for 16 years.
What were your initial thoughts hearing that your son was?
It was devastating as a parent. It was very devastating because, you know, you never think that, you know, the system would, you know, take you in as well as your child, and with things that you say attempted, wasn't even founded, it was just attempted, or it was all of those charges. But it was devastating for me as a parent to know that I would be separated from my son for a long period of time, and the struggle was real. Again, I was traveling with him. You know, we traveled to Pennsylvania, I traveled to Kentucky, I traveled to Savannah, Georgia, I traveled to well, the last place he was at, I didn't travel that much because it was just difficult for me and overwhelming for me. But I did a lot of traveling, you know, just in Jersey also, because this originally started in Jersey.
And you say he helped you with the book?
He helped me with the book. He has a creative mind where you can kind of lay out a platform, and he can kind of, you know, construct that platform to where, you know, he bring that to live, bring the people live, and you can feel the emotions, and you can feel what the person is talking about, what they feel. You can kind of feel yourself in that position. So he has that creativity where he can bring the characters in the story, in the book, bring it to life.
So how did he help you? Like, was it you guys talked over the phone? And
well,
write letters?
Because I think a part of it, he saw the struggle, me as a parent. We kind of like intertwined that with me being a single parent, me originally having him first, you know, the struggles that I guess he saw me as a single parent enduring, and kind of just put it together to say, you know what, these are things that women in general go through. We go through life, we go through losses, we go through jobs, we go through promotions, and sometimes we get to a certain point where the people that we work for don't really see the value of us, so they don't let you, as they say, break the glass ceiling. So, you know, when you start talking and having a conversation, and he's very in tune with women.
That's Miss Stella, by the way. You say you never met her in real life.
Hi, Miss Stella. So, and being in tune with what the type of mind he has, he can basically, you could tell him, and he can bring those characters, you know, to life. So he's very creative with that.
That's what's up. No, I was asking, like, how did he help you write? Like, what you guys talked over the phone, letters?
Well, meaning that, okay, so you tell him what you want, the style you want. He has that creativity where he can lay that foundation.
Oh, okay.
We are a single parent.
That's what's up.
We have a child. We're going to lose somebody. Somebody's going to die. Somebody's going to move and move away. They're going to get a job, and you just tell them what you want, that platform. So speaking to him, writing in letters and stuff like that, we were able to put it together.
What do you hope to accomplish with this book?
Well, I hope to accomplish that women as well as men realize that the struggle is real. Realize that your ups and your downs, what you go through, is real, and you can get over it. You can get through it. You can get past those things where people say no. If you persevere, you'll get through those things. People may say no, but my bishop spoke today about when someone says no to you, that's not the person you have to be in contact with. So I thought about just what happened over the weekend when I was supposed to go another direction, and the person said, no, I don't think you should come. and I end up here at this interview.
Yeah.
So it just lets me know that it was meant for me to come.
That's right.
But it wasn't meant for me to go in the direction that I went in. So sometimes we have to realize that a no doesn't mean no. He always say that deny doesn't mean no. It just means that you got to go someplace else to get the answers. You got to go someplace else to find out the way to go. So I'm glad that I'm here today. I'm glad that I didn't say no and go back home. You know, I'm here today to, you know, I'm happy that I'm here.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't go either. I would never met you, you know.
Right.
And being that you are here in the town, you know, hopefully this is a welcome to you.
All right, thank you.
How many copies have you sold of the book?
I didn't actually been following the check. So far, the last time I checked, we sold over 200 copies.
Wow.
Over 200 copies because right now it's on ebook.
Ebook, yeah.
Right. We don't have it back actually the hardcover. This is just a proof copy that, you know, when you're doing a book, they send you a proof copy.
Yeah.
But eventually they're going to release the books so that I'll have card copies and then I'll be able to circulate those copies. So right now, the last time I checked, it was about 200.
Wow.
So I'm praying that with this interview, that we'll get more people, and we want to sell 10,000 copies.
Oh, yeah.
That's my number.
Yeah.
We want to sell 10,000 copies.
What would be your favorite chapter? Is there chapters in it?
It's chapters,
Okay.
yes.
What would be your favorite
So
chapter?
my favorite chapter is when the young lady realized that she got bamboozled. She fell in love with this guy, and he was a con artist. He sold art, but all the art that he sold was fake. And
So he didn't paint it himself?
He didn't paint it himself. It just was fake art that he was selling. He was
Wow.
selling to people, and people was buying it. So the reason why I said that part is because sometimes people will come dressed up, and they look good, and they impress you, and you go for it, and then all of a sudden, the wool is pulled, the hood is pulled off, and you see who that person really is. And then after all of that, she gave her son's father fever, but he was the one that came and rescued her. When all this that went on, she got arrested, and the father came and rescued her and got her out of trouble. So
she had beef with her?
She had beef with the baby father.
The whole
They
time.
wasn't together.
Okay.
And at the end, the father, because he loved his son and he loved the baby mother, the mother, he came to her rescue. So sometimes things happen in life where you might shun somebody away or push somebody away, but that same person that you push away might be the same person that may come at the end and rescue you. So don't never count anybody out. Don't never push that person away for whatever reason. Maybe it's not that time, you know, that y'all not together, or it's not that time where things are not going to happen, but you never know who may come to your rescue. So that part was touching to me because I've always been the type of person, I try to help everybody. And I don't make anybody feel any less than what they are or whatever position that they're in, because that same person that you may push away, or that same person you might say, oh, I ain't thinking about you, may be the same person that comes to your rescue, may come and save you, or may come and help you, or may, you know, bail you out. So
it's always us baby dads coming to bail out.
yes. No, well, I mean, it happens.
Yeah,
it doesn't always
Not
happen.
always.
But it's a realization that sometimes people are in your life for a season.
Yeah.
As my bishop said, people are in your life for a season. They come and they go. They may come back for a season. They may leave. But, you know, you just have to trust what God has put together. And, you know, my son, like I said, again, he's very creative. He's a wonderful gentleman now. He's 41.
Okay.
And, you know, I know it's not over yet. It's so much more that has to be done. And I pray one day you'll get a chance to even interview him.
Yeah,
and
that would
be
be
sitting
dope.
next to each other.
When does he come home?
Well, we don't know yet because we're
Okay.
still in the process of the appeal.
Wow.
So that could be, you know.
You can get life for a murder type? for an attempted robbery?
Well, what happened when they had the resentences, the resentence, it was 6 years. The additionally that they gave him, but because we know when they sentenced him, it wasn't correct. So
Okay.
we're trying to appeal, should I say, those 6 years.
I got you.
So
Okay.
if we win the appeal, he'll be out.
Oh,
You know,
that's what's
before
up.
the 6 years is up.
That's what,
So
I definitely would
God's
love to
mercy,
interview
mercy.
him, man. I'd
Okay.
love to hear his story.
I'm gonna make sure I let him know.
I know you mentioned your bishop like 2 or 3 times. You Christian?
Yes, I'm Christian. It was actually non-denominational,
Non-denominational.
but it's Bishop Darrell Hill,
Okay.
the Powerhouse Church in Brooklyn, New York.
Now, how How hard is it being a Christian in this world these days?
It's not hard. It's just that you have to stay focused because the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And as long as you keep your focus, that when people come into your lives, what are they coming into your lives for? You have to keep your focus. Sometimes people test you, they try you, they want to push you. They figure, oh, you're a Christian, let me see how far I can push you. But I'm human. And what I love about my bishop, he is so down to earth. He'll tell you, yeah, I'm human. I may do something that may not be pleasing to you, but I still know who I am. I know that I'm a child of the Most High. And as long as you remember that, and as long as you believe that, as long as you know that even if you make a mistake, you can go to God and repent and say, you know what, God, I messed up.
Yeah.
I'm human. I messed up, and forgive me. And you just brush it off and you just keep on going. And I think that's what people sometimes tend to not know, that because you're human, you think you have to be perfect. We're not going to be perfect.
People from your old life are always trying to bring you back to that.
Exactly. Sometimes people say, I know you when. I know you when you was this and you was that. And you got to brush that off and say, okay, yeah, but I'm not that person who I used to be. So he's very inspiring, very encouraging. And he preaches the word real. That he'd be like, don't look at me, because I mess up too. Look to the hills which cometh your help. And when you stay focused on him and not on the man, you can get past anything. You can know that, whatever's going on, you can get past it. So I try to stay focused every day. I try to pray. I try to read my Bible. With the hustle and the bustle of still working from home, it's a different norm. You just got to stay focused. You got to take a moment to yourself and just sit there and, read, pray, have your little comfort zone where you're just thinking about, what you want to do next and the next step, and just try to stay focused.
Yeah. How has the coronavirus affected you?
Well,
I know
for the first, I'm going to say 6 months, from March to about maybe 3-4 months, I was working from home. So I do a job where I'm a union rep, and I do a job where I go to different schools, I represent members and stuff like that. So at that point, schools were shut down, all across the world, schools were shut down. So we were kind of like working on the phones, working through emails. We couldn't see each other in person, but now we're doing Zoom, we're doing Google Meet, so we're interacting through the social media now. But it was a lot, because I'm a person that I like to interact with people, I like to talk to people, I like to be around people. So it was kind of, at one point it got depressing, because I didn't go out. I stayed in the house. I interact with people on the phone through email, but it's different when you're looking at them and you're talking to them. It's so much different. So it kind of put me in a depressed stage for a minute, but I pulled myself out. I got out. We're out going around a little bit, but not a lot. We wearing our masks, and we're practicing social distance, washing our hands, and, just doing the same thing. So it's kind of coming back, but, we got to still be careful, because the corona is still out there.
That's right. Are y'all having church up that way now?
We're having church, but we're practicing the social distance. The chairs are like 6 feet apart.
Oh, so y'all are actually in the building?
We're actually in the building,
okay.
But according to the CDC, we only can have like 125 people in the building. So once we haven't actually met that maximum yet. So when people come in, they take their temperature. When we come in, they wear their masks, and the chairs are 6 feet apart. So we're doing that, and by the end of this month, we're going to stop having service, because we're moving to a new location in Lakewood, Long Island. So we won't be having service after the end of the month. We'll be doing social medical online. Okay. We'll be doing it online. And then next year, when the church is ready, or when we're ready to go in, we'll be in a new location in Long Island.
That's what's up.
In Long Island.
Yeah, well, I definitely appreciate the conversation. You have any more details you want to add about the book that you have?
Well, I just want to tell people that, each one reach one. I think this book will reach somebody. This book will encourage someone. This book will uplift someone right now. Because right now, just with the pandemic itself, there's a lot of things going on. People are depressed. People are scared. People are nervous. They don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. People lost their homes. People lost their jobs. Like, their livelihood has gotten changed by everything. And sometimes you need to reflect. You need to go back. You need to look and think about those things. I grew up in a family with my mother, my father, my grandmother, my grandfather. All of them were Christians. And they went through a lot more than, what I probably could imagine, and they made it. So we're in a time where we gonna make it. It's different. It's a different time. We got to do things differently. We got to act differently. We got to think differently. But we can make it. So I want to let people know that you can make it. The struggle's real. Yes, it's real. I'm not going to say it's not real, but you can make it. And I think this book will be very encouraging to my sisters, my brothers, friends, and families. Purchase the book. It's on ebook. Go on Tears of a Distant Past. Go on to Facebook, like it, share it, and especially purchase it. So that's what I want to leave you with.
Let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on social media on Adrainer Coleman. That's my private social media location.
Can you spell it
and
for
then
me?
You can go, Adrainer is Adrainer, Coleman, Coleman. And the book itself, we have our website, Tears of a Distant Past, her struggles. You can go on to that website and you can look for the link, books to read, and press on that. And right now, again, you can order it on ebook. But when we get the hard copies, I will be on video letting people know we got hard copies, so we could do some book signing and just promoting the book even more. But right now, it's on ebook.
I was gonna ask you what other promos have you been on with the book?
Well, basically, I just been doing Facebook Live,
okay.
Basically like that, using that because I'm kind of new at this. I'm kind of learning. But usually just Facebook Live, I've been kind of doing little videos where they would promote it as a commercial. So we would pay like $10 and they would run the ad through Facebook for like $10 for 5 days. So we basically been doing that like that, and then I'll get.
You been getting sales from that?
I've been able to get some sales from that, yes.
Okay.
So it's like you run your ad, and then once you run your ad, people would expose your ad a little bit more. So I've been getting some sales, so I appreciate that. So again, I want to just thank you again for the work that you do, and thank you for the exposure. And I just pray that
the whole town gonna know about you now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you
the whole
so
252 area. For those that are watching, make sure you subscribe to the channel EuropTV 252. Also follow Mrs. Adrainer Coleman on her social medias as well. Follow us on social media as well. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming up.
What you doing, Quasi? Shit. Working on my bankroll. Trying to flip it cause I'm tired of the same old. Getting richer on these niggas, that's my main goal. That's my main goal. Shit. What you doing, Kelly?
Stacking, trying to lay low. My amigos say I'm at them brand new level. Know the devil trying to get my ass a halo. This the type of